Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
And it's really, really great to have everybody here. So many familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces, which is amazing too. Start by, just saying thank you very much for coming along to this new session. This is the first IFA event that we've run on this subject, so plenty of rough edges, no doubt. Oliver, can I just check, is the camera running?
It is.
Okay, fantastic.
You all right?
In which case I can now start to get nervous. I'm Julia Dreblow, and I set up my own company, which I call sriServices, and I've been working with Geoff, who somehow or other has managed to get perched at the end as the co-author of all of this. How did that happen? Anyway, sorry, welcome, we're delighted that you're here, and let's crack on with a few slides. I'll have to start with housekeeping. Then we won't be too interrupted. And hopefully the technology will work either way. So briefly to introduce the speakers today. Derek Bradley will be kicking off with a little bit of a picture of how the IFA market's working today. In the audience we have a combination of people. We have media, we have fund managers, we have discretionary fund managers, we have financial advisors. So it'll be really useful just to get a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on in Planet IFA world if you like today. Then we'll have Simon Howard from UKSIF, who's Chief Executive of UKSIF, who will give a little bit of a picture of overview of the SRI world, what the big issues are there, how that's shaping up. And then we'll move on to myself. I will talk about really the work I've put together on my database and the tools I've created for financial advisors, which are being used by Rayner and really the backbone of at least the first half of the Advisor Guide to SRI that Rayner have kindly produced. And then Geoff will move on to talk about how they've gone about rating and selecting and analysing funds for their SRI rated fund list they've created. This is a first of a kind, it's a brand new thing in the world, and I think it's hugely exciting for the SRI community and very, very useful for financial advisors. So certainly have Geoff to thank for that and his team for all the hard work they've put into it. The last speaker then will be our kind host, or sponsor, whichever, I don't know, host, am I hosting? Whoever's hosting. Anyway, Peter, you're good news. So Peter Michaelis, SRI Fund Manager at Alliance Trust, Head of SRI. Peter's been in this area for a long while, knows the area very, very well, and delighted that you're here to speak and picking up the bill as well. Fantastic. A little bit more background. I'm slightly aware that if I stand behind this, nobody's going to see me. However, if I stand here, I can't actually see my slides. So we have a dilemma. So I'll give you a little bit of background to who I am and what I do. So first of all, I will do whatever work I think is useful, essentially, to up the level of services and support for financial advisors in sustainable and responsible investment. My passion is for this area. It has been, as some people like Christian know, for a really long time. I started off in this area. I first got interested in it in '91, and I landed up moving to Friends Provident mid-90s and running their SRI proposition from I was involved in it from '96, running it from very late '90s through till 2008. And since then I've created a website which really puts down into writing all the training information I used to do with financial advisors and bringing it up to date and keeping it up to date. And then on top of that, there are online tools that I've created, a database tool, fact-find questionnaire, practical things for financial advisors to use in order to make it easier to promote green and ethical investments, sustainable and responsible investments to their clients. On top of that, then consultancy and partnerships, the other thing I do. So this area very firmly sits in the partnership area. It's been a delight partnering with Rayner and this is the fruits of some of that work. But I also work with, there are people from Parmenion here, that's another area I do work with, Blue and Green Tomorrow, and a number of you I do talk to quite regularly on different areas. So that's kind of me, if you like. Oh, also to say I was an UKSIF director for a number of years, and some of you may be aware of National Ethical Investment Week, which is now becoming Good Money Week, but I was one of the people that helped come up with that idea and kick it off and take it forward. It was Helen Wildsmith, who's CCLA, it was her idea. However, we shaped it after creating an advisor guide at that time moved it into something far bigger, which Simon is now in charge of.